What's up, guys? Today is the beginning of a new project, and this is what I got. Very exciting, I believe. Rough shape, yes. Price, I believe, decent. Came out to $200. So all in all, this is a 2001 RM80. And the story behind this bike is the previous owner ended up buying it, tool around wherever he was tooling around. But he said everything was really running fine when he got it. He ended up riding it twice, and he noticed it was bogging, low compression. So he thought he would try restoring it. And this is as far as he got. I actually haven't taken anything off this bike other than the handlebars to get it into my vehicle, which was pretty entertaining as it was, but ended up getting it all. And amazingly enough, got it up on this tall stand. So proud of myself. But yeah, this is what I'm gonna be working with, and hopefully restoring it back to its factory fresh condition within reason, because obviously parts are quite expensive when you go OEM. So it's gonna be interesting. But starting at the front, everything appears okay. I mean, the tire obviously needs to be replaced, dry rotted. Brakes, I'm assuming, are pretty shot. Looking at them from here, I don't see any pad whatsoever. All the spokes are nice and tight. So, I mean, I don't see any warping in the rim, bending, anything along those lines. Haven't really gotten too far into, again, the forks or anything like that. But it appears that they need to be rebuilt, either new seals or whatever. Never done that before, but this I guess series is going to be figuring it out and a lot of research. Up here, handlebars, obviously front brake, front brake pretty shot. The handle lever anyway. I really don't know about the reservoir here, but I believe it does stop. So maybe we'll be able to salvage that, which is great. Salvage as much as possible. You'll see there's no clutch lever or cable. So after I got it home, I realized that the cable was not attached at all, and forgot to ask for it, as you know, parts were kind of scattered all over the garage, and I want to make sure that I got everything I possibly could. So yes, no clutch cable, but at the end of the day, that's the least of my concern. But the frame is solid. I don't see any major, any issues whatsoever. No breaks in the weld, no major dents, dings, rust. I mean, yeah, it's in rough shape, but it's not. It wasn't stored outside. It doesn't look like, anyway. So yeah, the engine is gonna be an interesting one. Again, low compression, not a big deal. But in taking a look at what's inside the rag, I believe I see some scoring right here. It's very light, but I don't know if I can get away with that. Again, this is going to be my first engine build as well. So, you know, any feedback be greatly appreciated. I believe I can salvage it, but I might not be able to. So we will definitely see. But as far as, you know, movement, it comes right up. Gotta love the metal shavings though, as that is actually not from the engine, but that is from this guy drilling out, I guess, the other side of this, whatever it is. I can't even say a bolt again. Rivet. Rivet. I completely forgot what I was saying. Anyways, yeah, so I don't think I have any crank bearing issues until I really take a look at it further, especially taking off the jug, I guess it's referred to as. Yet these lovely little bolts here, it looks like the attempt was made, just no success in actually removing it. So that is going to be extremely fun to take off, but nothing is stripped up here. The threads really seem solid. It just looks like either I don't know what the hell he was doing, but you know, hopefully soaking it a little bit and some lubricant. I can't even think of PB Blaster or whatever the hell it is. Maybe loosen some things up. I hate to take any sort of mass heat to this motor. Of course, it being, I believe, aluminum. Yeah, don't want to do any warping. The rear shock is, yeah, it's bad. It's pretty much as bad as it looks. I don't know if this is something that I can just simply rebuild. I think I've seen like rebuild kits, but the biggest question is it worth rebuilding it or just replacing it? I know, you know, obviously 50 parts are so much cheaper, but this is what I did prior. My little CRF70 Chinese frame kind of thing. Nothing special, you know, suspension or anything like that, but it does have a 140 Piranha motor, which it freaking moves. Very, very amazed at how great that motor is. But yeah, new plastics, new brakes, whatever, really to get it running and put around the yard type thing, just put on some new plastics. But ultimately there's really not too much more I can do with this thing, as it's, you know, a knockoff. I mean, I really, the more money I put into it, it's just burning more. So I eventually wanted to one day work on something that actually had a brand attached to it. So that is why I was pretty excited when this came up. Ended up getting it on, you know, local classifieds type thing. But it really all seems to be here. It just needs some love. Again, I haven't removed anything. These are all the things that came with it. As you can kind of see in the background there, I do have a solid tank, fenders, number plates. Not that those are extremely expensive, but you know, save where you can. But as of 3 weeks ago, this thing was put together, so it hasn't been sitting for a crazy long period of time. So that's encouraging. So fingers crossed and getting into this and actually turning some wrenches on it. And the only other bonus items are the radiator, which appears very bent. Well, not very bent. I mean, I've seen worse, but yeah, it's a little sideways, you know. I don't know. And we have the cover for where the radiator fluid goes into the motor. I don't even know the name for that at this point in time. Then we have the FMF Shorty sitting right here. Power core. Exciting. Yeah, the intake boot, the only new thing that ended up coming with the bike, which was the master cylinder rebuild kit. And some bolts. These bolts look to be extremely, we'll just say, shot. Did come with a new spark plug though. How exciting. And then of course the cover for the top end. And that's it, guys. I did get the leftover, I don't know, it's probably an ounce or two of, I guess, you know, your motor oil, 2-stroke oil, and then our little measuring funnel. It's going to be exciting for the day that I can actually use that and put fuel into the motor. But got a long way to go. But this is where I'm starting, so you get an idea of, as far as the project that I'm going to be working on. Now, this is officially my first video where I'm going to be doing something. I really, I want to see where it goes. never really done this before, and this is going to be a learning process for me. Maybe it'll help some of you out there, as you know, a lot of troubleshooting is going to be done. And you know, any comments, anything along those lines would be great. If you want to subscribe, that would be fantastic. You know, click the subscribe button wherever it is. Yeah, I mean, even getting 1 subscriber, that would be really cool. As again, never done that before. Got to start somewhere, and 1 is somewhere. Yeah, like it as well. That would be pretty cool. But that'll push me to actually record working on this thing a little bit more.